Hello, hello. How are we doing? I want to talk about some books I've been reading. Uh, I've been having a lot of fun reading because as a grown up, haven't haven't been reading. And getting back into it has been a lot of fun, especially with this book. Uh, so I went into it like I didn't know anything, and I found this book, and I was like it looks pretty interesting. Yeah, the Way of Kings, like, well, feeling kingly, royal, whatever. And I don't know, it looked interesting compared to all the other books available to me at the time. This was definitely the coolest one. I'll talk more about that some other time, about how I got back into reading. I've had a lot of free time this year. 2024 has been something, but so The Way of Kings is like a fantasy novel on this world where these crazy storms come, and that's kind of like where the magic comes from, is like these storms, like they power up gemstones. And I mean, when you read, like, you'll find out more about it. I'm not big on spoilers, so I'm really going to keep it to a minimum because, like I said, I went into it completely blind. So I think that's more fun anyways. But it's a big book. uh like, it's heavy, like it feels kingly. And like, I don't know, like I have a smaller one, I think like they make like, I don't know, the bigger. I want a hardcover version of it. um yeah. I haven't read The Rhythm of War yet, so I've read the first three of the Stormlight Archive. The Way of Kings, so it follows multiple characters, and really, uh this book is just like the intro. Like, it doesn't even the Stormlight Archive doesn't really take off, but it's still good. Like, it's good by itself. It's great by itself. Not good. It's excellent. Yeah, 5 out of 5 stars, 10 out of 10, 100%, or at least 99. Like, darn near close. Yeah, I mean, there's a few gripes, but I'll get into that later. Small stuff, very small stuff. Uh, Very philosophical. I wasn't expecting this universe he created to be so deep. I hate to use that word, but yeah, it was very deep. A lot of the times, there would be moments like, and like, just when you think you couldn't be surprised anymore, like something happens, and like you're left baffled, or like it's a roller coaster. Like, very good writing, very inspiring, relatable. Uh, like, it gets in the flashbacks. Oh my God. Uh, yeah, definitely recommend this book. You got to read it. And then, so in addition to the storm powering the magic and stuff, it's like there's Spren, which are like manifestations of like emotion and nature. Like, so like plants blooming with life will have life Spren floating around, or like, when it rains out, Spren will like appear, and so on and so forth. Like, if someone gets angry enough, or whatever, like however it happens, however Spren work. I had cope. I'll have to go into my notes, but yeah, uh, I thought it was interesting. There's one character that pops up that's like investigating the Spren, and I really like that. All all the little all the little characters that pop up are great. Because, uh, I'm not sure who I read before, but like the little in between stories that break up the main plot and stuff are great. Like, it's like you get like a little short story here and there, and also you get artwork. And that's what I got on the next slide. So he had people flesh out the universe with all the amazing art. Look at how detailed this is. All right, so this is the Shattered Plains. This is where like a lot happens. A lot happens everywhere, but a lot really happens here on the Shattered Plains because there's stuff going on here, very important stuff. And so another part, and I wish you get this art sooner, but like I kind of like had this image in my head, like so shard bearers. There's a shard plate, which is the armor, and then the shards, which are the swords. Uh, yeah, like they're not like he goes into detail, but like this is like they're like super soldiers basically. It kind of reminded me of like Power Rangers, like stuff like that, superhero stuff. But it's really only a small part. No, I mean I guess it's not, but whatever. I mean like you'll find out, but like uh I don't know. Looking at some of the artwork, like I wish like it would have because like you start to form like an image in your head and then the artwork comes like way later. So like I had to reread The Way of Kings. I read it twice already because it was so good and like I knew there was stuff I missed and I went back and like it was worth rereading. But yeah, so that also goes into the Mistborn saga. So uh after reading The Way of Kings, like I was like I need more. I need more. So I looked into the Cosmere and the Mistborn saga is a part of it. So like these universes are connected somehow, and I'm still trying to figure that out. Uh, so this like it's on a completely different world. Like this is completely different world, whatever. The magic is different. So they're allomancers, so they drink metals and stuff, and from those metals they burn them. Uh, and depending on what type of allomancer you are, depends on what power you get, what metal you have to use, so on. Like really goes into it. Again, gets really philosophical and like really deep. And I really like the Chandra. Once you, I mean, if you read it, you'll find out. But it wasn't until like the third book. I haven't read them all. There's like a couple more I haven't, but like when I got to the third book, uh, that one, what was it? The Hero of Ages. Yeah, that one was really good. I didn't like it as much as the Stormlight Archive, but uh, once you get to the wax and wane part of the Mistborn, I it was worth. Like I said, like I'm not completely done with the Mistborn saga, but once it got to wax and wane, uh, it just really takes off. It's so fun. It's like kind of like the Wild West steampunk, like things are being invented. Like, and it's part of the Mistborn, but it's like after things happen, yeah, it's a new world, and this new world's awesome. I would read the original Mistborn trilogy just because, like, it makes getting to this point worth it. You can tell Brandon Sanderson's just having a ton of fun, and I was having a ton of fun reading it. And there's more artwork and stuff, just like Stormlight Archive. I love the art. Like that was a nice little touch. I don't know. Uh, his books are really spoiling me because like trying to read something else now. It's like I don't know, it's not as good. But yeah, these two. So like they have guns, like guns are invented, trains, like a lot of fun. Surprisingly, the romance that develops is really good. I mean, like he could have did so much more with it, but I guess not. I don't know. Like I'm at the point like it inspired me. Like I want to start writing because all right, so a few times he brings up maids, and then you never hear about the maids ever again. Like they're introduced, like it's a whole character, and then like they're not important. Like in the, I mean, it happens multiple times, and like I noticed it because like I I don't know, I noticed that. But yeah, so I really recommend these books. The whole Cosmere, really good. Is that it? Okay. Uh, so I also read Warbreaker. I was kind of disappointed with this one too. Like there was a ton of potential. It's very funny, a lot of humor. Like I love the humor. Like laugh out loud. Like reading the book, laugh out loud consistently with all of his books so far. And that's most of the Stormlight Archive, most of the Mistborn, Warbreaker. Very good sense of humor, fun, but like it gets very serious at points. So somehow this is related to the Cosmere, and like when you start reading the other books, like things do intersect. Like somehow they're traveling between and like be like, oh, okay, that's that, and like yeah, like characters pop up. He reuses characters, and like he found a very crafty way to do it. It's amazing. But yeah, so those are some of the books. Some of the books. I've read a lot more books I've been reading, and I wanted to share them with you. Definitely, the Way of Kings is a must read in my eyes. Very good, very good. But yeah, so I plan on continuing to read, and I'm going to update you guys with more books as I read them, because there's some new ones that are coming out, and looking on the website, there's a lot I haven't read. So, like Edge Dancer, Dawn Shard, Secret History, I haven't read. The Lost Metal, I haven't read. And then there's the rest of the standalones, which all those look pretty interesting. Like I already got Warbreaker done, but like I really want Elantris, and apparently there's more. Those look really cool. Like you what? I want it. um, yeah, like, whatever this is in the Cytoverse. Like I don't. I'm gonna stick with the Cosmere for now. Like is White Sand a part of it? Like what's that about? Like, and I'm sure there's more. Like it looks like there's a ton more like lore and stuff on his website. So like there's a lot to dive into, and I'm just getting started. Like this is like a like brief introduction, but yeah, you should definitely read it. Uh, talk about it, whatever. But definitely read The Way of Kings. And I thought I would share that because reading's good, and Brandon Sanderson has found a way to make it really fun. Like this is how fantasy writing should be. I know I'm hyping it up, but it's really good. And that's all I got today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.